Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you for watching this video. Uh, to those who are new to my channel, once again my name is Alex, and if you want to know what I'm doing with this channel, I would suggest that you watch the earlier videos. So anyway, for last couple of days I've been experimenting with lights and different kind of light setups, and I think I have come up with something that works best for model turnaround. Now it's fairly straightforward and simple, but if you are new to 3ds Max or even you are new to 3D, this might be a good tip for you to show off your models and stuff. So I'll just try to quickly go ahead through this scene and try to explain to you how what I'm doing with it. First of all, I always try to build my scene according to real world measurement. You can see this plane is just a 15 by 15 feet plane. The reason why all of you should try to do it is because if you are using standard light setup, probably it doesn't affect that much. But if you decide to switch to mental ray or photometric lights, or even the 3D Max's new IRA renderer, real world measurement, if building your scene to real world measurement is really going to help you later on, because all this system uses real world measurement to simulate and calculate its photon emission and all this crazy advanced stuff. So anyway, this black box here is just a reference for me to place my models. Right now I'm using a simple primitive to get some results. So as for camera, I'm using a target camera and a spline. So this camera is using this spline to animate to follow its path. So if you don't know how to do that, it's pretty simple. You can just go to its motion, the camera's motion, under parameters, and if you scroll up and select its position, and you should try to assign a controller called path constraint. Now I already have that one assigned, so I'll just go ahead and show you. So from here you can just add a path, delete the path, and you can select it. If you are using different path, you can also animate its weight and stuff. So anyway, let's move on to the light setup. So I'll just quickly unhide my lights. So for this scene I'm basically using 4 lights, and I'll bring up my light lister so you can understand it better. So the first one is this one. This is my key light. Now I'm using a 3-point light system plus 1 extra for ambient colors and stuff. The key light is using a shadow map with a map size of 2K and with a sample radius of 35 units. Now this gives me a nice sort of soft shadow look, which I was looking for. So if I render a different frame, maybe you can get the shadow better. Yeah, see, it's very soft. So if you didn't know how to make soft shadows with standard light, this is how you can do it. You can just select the light, go to its properties, use a standard shadow map, and depending on your map size, you will need to increase or decrease your sample ranges. So for a 2K map size, 35 seems to be a good value to work with. So anyway, the next light is the fill light. So I'm just using a Omni light for this one because it gives me a flat look which I'm looking for. So if you look at the light lister, it's a 0.3 intensity light with a shadow map and a map size of 64K with a 64 resolution 64 pixel and with a bias of 1. Now for this one I have to change some other stuff. That's the density of the shadow. So here's the value. I am using a 0.2 value, and that sort of gives me a very fade out look, and that's exactly what I'm doing with my backlight too. So my backlight is a targeted spotlight with almost same value as my fill light, but the intensity probably might be higher. Yeah, it's at 1, and this Omni down there is what I'm using to get a ambient diffuse light. So there's no shadow on it, and it's fairly low value, and it's only casting diffuse light. So it's only casting ambient light. So this is basically it. So it has a fairly a faster render time. At a decent 57,000 poly, it takes around 2 seconds to render at a full HD resolution. If I bump up the subdivision and take it to around 200,000, it takes somewhere around 5 to 6 seconds. So I think that's pretty reasonable. Now it will vary from your shader and your model texture and all those stuff. So oh yeah, another thing I should mention is that this background color and this primitive object color is exactly same here. It's around 56% gray, but in this light setup you can see it's fairly white. That's because my light intensities are too high. So if you're looking for that ambient occlusion type look, this might be it. Or if you're not looking for ambient occlusion type look, for this light setup I only have to reduce the values by half. So if I change all the values by half and take another render, let me make a copy of this one and render. Yeah, you can see this one works pretty well too. So yeah, there you go. Now this kind of light setup only works best for model turnarounds and stuff. This is not going to work very well on a scene, or maybe it will, but you will need to change it a lot. So I have been also working on some other lighting methods, and hopefully very soon I'll try to come up with some tutorials. I found a really easy and cool way of making almost fake environmental ambient occlusion stuff, and I'll try to show it to you too. So anyway guys, thanks for watching this video, and I would really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel.